What is good, boys? I'm a bit scared to put this video out because it's a bit saucy and it's going to really help you big boy earners. So I hope I come under no scrutiny from this. This is all hypothetical. Definitely don't do this. It's all educational purposes only, right? With that being said, let's get into it. First, what is your current situation? Are you making at least $10,000 a month? You have been for a while. It's pretty damn consistent. If so, this video should help you with your freedom, your business structure, and everything else. If not, work on your business. Don't worry about these sort of things, right? You're still going to learn a lot from this video and understand a lot of ideas that you can do, but just work, right? If you're not at that point, here's some nice little manifestation advice I'd give you, and I really do believe manifestation works. So what is freedom to you? Write it down. Is it having a nice car, lots of money in the bank, living in a nice villa in a hot country, right? Or is it just being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want, travel wherever, right? Just map it down and try and be as detailed as possible and write it down every single day. Close your eyes and envision being there. Envision what it feels like. Okay, it's really going to help you break limiting beliefs. And when you get to that point, it's going to be a lot easier to manage. So throughout this video, we're going to set up 3 companies. We're going to set up our first one, which set up one in the UK. I believe the UK has the best banking structure in the world. Even if you're foreign, you can get access to it through setting up a limited company here. The great benefits of the UK banking infrastructure, especially for e-commerce and business in general, it's a lot more trusted. If you're working with UK companies, they're not going to want to send this to your payments and invoices to a Hong Kong company. It'll be better to do it for a UK company, right? But don't use it as your main business. Our main business is going to be set up in Hong Kong, where you have 0% tax on foreign sourced income. So any money that's not made from Hong Kong businesses, Hong Kong people, you're doing e-com, you make it from American buyers, whatever, 0% tax. You're also going to have 0% capital gains tax. And it's not a shady offshore haven. It's got a strong financial reputation, right? Now, a little disclaimer, a little note. If you're in Europe and you want to go and speak to, an accountant, a big accountant firm, even if you're paying them for their advice, understand that if you're trying to get information out of them in regarding to leaving the country, setting up in different countries, really, wiggling around tax and freedom and your infrastructure, they are obliged to follow DAX 6 and report you to the authorities. Okay? Remember, everything I'm showing you is only educational purposes. It is not to avoid tax. It is about freedom. So, one of the great things about Hong Kong is Hong Kong PayPal, right? They only have a few staff there, which means you can really build relationships with the ones that do work there. If you're new to it, you can build these relationships through speaking to people on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, who have already built relationships, and then try and get in through them. So the idea of your Hong Kong business is to hold all your cash and your income coming in from your businesses. You want to pay yourself. I talk more about that later. Pay your suppliers from it, right? The next entity we're going to set up, the next business, is going to be a US LLC. So we want to set it up in a state like Wyoming or New Mexico. And with this business, we're going to open a Stripe account. We're going to open PayPal. We're going to open a US bank account for the business, right? Because we're a non-resident, we don't pay tax there, right? We have flow-through taxation. So this helps us scale payment processing with less chance of bans and holds on the likes of Shopify, Stripe and whatnot, right? So it's front-facing entity is going to be Stripe and PayPal, money coming in, and then any money that comes in is then going to be sent away to our Hong Kong company via management fees or cost services. So we're basically invoicing the US LLC from our Hong Kong one for X service. And we want a US Amex, right? Everyone wants a US Amex because the point system is so much better than in the UK and Europe, right? So that brings me on to banking and payments. For Hong Kong, for USD and GBP, right? Mercury and Wise, they're fantastic. Get them set up. We also want Air wallets for all FX payments. With your UK bank, Barclays, High Street Bank, and then we want an online bank like Revolut and Starling. Okay. In Hong Kong, we want ZA Bank, Neat. It's stricter KYC now, but you can still get them open, right? And then we want, merchant accounts like Stripe, Shopify accounts, PayPal. You get it for all of our businesses. So the tax residency we're going to follow is, we have option A and we have option B. This is an example for a UK person. This is an educational purpose only example. Okay, so say someone spends less than 90 days in the UK. They're not a UK resident. They cut UK tax ties because they're not a UK tax resident, and now they're staying legally elsewhere, right? Maybe they're staying in Dubai, Colombia, Thailand, Bali, Brazil, right? Whatever. They're not in the UK. Option B is the UK citizen earns their money via a Hong Kong company and then pays whatever their salary is going to be to their UK company, and that's their money. Or they don't do that at all. You're letting the Hong Kong company grow, capital gains offshore tax free. You're withdrawing small amounts personally via company expenses, dividends, and that such stuff. Okay. Now, personal banking and credit cards, we want a US bank account like Mercury Relay for the LLC. We want a Hong Kong bank like ZA Bank, HSBC Hong Kong. If you've opened it, if you're one of the places you're staying in is, UAE, get you UAE banks, right? It's, again, the tax incentives there. We also want to play the credit game. We want to start credit in our own country, with Amex, Chase, your current banks, see if you can get credit cards through them, increase your credit score. Because eventually we want to get, a UK Amex. We want to get a US Amex. What Hong Kong credit cards can we get? We want to get a UAE Amex. We want to use the US Amex to basically put all of our expenses on. If we are playing Shopify game and we're pumping loads of money into Meta ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, we want all of our payments to be on an Amex, because now we're getting points back, and we're getting these points back, and that can fund our travel, right? That can pay for our flights and such, right? So it's all about leveraging what we have, what we've got, all these different companies to never be tied to one place. So here's an example residency and living strategy, right? Live in Dubai or Portugal. Dubai has 0% tax. Portugal has 0% foreign income tax for 10 years. You bank in the Hong Kong and US. Our citizenship is still the UK. We keep our passport, but we don't be a tax resident. Another piece of advice for if you're from the UK and you're half Irish, right? One of your parents is Irish or your grandparents is Irish. Get an Irish passport, right? That's just going to be another layer of freedom. So the kind of lifestyle and business system we want to run is very lean. We want to run lean teams. We're using VAs, right? Philippines, Pakistan, Serbia, right? Ukraine. We want to be systemized with using, all our SOPs, Wiki, using Notion, ClickUp, Slack, storing everything on Google Drive. We want to be scaling our media buying with Meta and Google Ads, using our US-based business, using our US-based Amex to keep the points farming in, right? We can rent luxury short-term lets in these countries, right? We join nomad hubs. We want to be meeting new people, joining e-com groups, networking. We're traveling on points, and we're maximizing geo arbitrage. We want to minimize our exposure in all areas. This is essentially what we are doing. We want to have things spread. We want to have good friends and trusted colleagues. So if something goes wrong, you have people to contact to help you. We have all these bank accounts, but say your phone got stolen, your laptop got stolen, you have people in place who are always there to help you. Now, what I do is, if your phone got stolen and they have access to it, they will probably message your parents, your friends, anyone in your phone saying, I'm lost, I need some money. Right? What I do is I set up code words. Hey mum, hey dad, hey mate, right? So-and-so code word. It is me. Got pickpocketed. My wallet got stolen. Can you send out, a bank card to this address, right? And you've confirmed it with the code word. You also want to be ensuring that any apps on your phone that are important. So something that's happening is people are stealing phones. They're also having the people, it's unlocked. They're going on their banking apps. They're sending the money out. They're getting password resets because guess what? Their password reset also comes to the phone they've stolen. It's coming to the email. It's coming to their Auth app. Right? Set up codes to get into your email app, your banking app, even before the basic built-in setups. Okay, and the email that you want 2FA to come through, or your 2FA device, is completely separate to your main phone. Right? Maybe you carry two phones. You get stolen, take that phone. You've still got your safe phone, right? And don't be stupid, guys. So we want to be diversing our investments and the countries that these investments are in, right? We want to have percentage each month set aside for our investments. We want to be putting money into crypto, long-term storage and cold wallets, brokerage accounts outside of the UK, Interactive Brokers, Hong Kong, Swissquote. If we're doing UK investments, we want Vanguard, something like that, right? Look into the tax incentives behind these. If we're getting to the point where now we want private investments, we buy e-com stores, we fund new ones, we're buying data in the terms of newsletters, right? We're trying to get a stake into businesses, whether it's SaaS tools you use in your business that are small, right? Can you buy access to media accounts? And then real estate later on, right? Buying real estate in tax-friendly countries like Portugal and Dubai, but that's later on. Privacy and security. Use alias emails. So I'm not going to go through all of these. You can read them, right? VPNs when you're in different countries. Trying to limit your public exposure on companies that you run. If you're in a place and you're posting photos online, depending what's in it, try and post them after you've left. You're no longer in that area. Again, keep personal and business devices separate. A personal phone, a business phone. Make sure you're always using correct 2FA. .com domains for your own setups. Never show crypto wallets to anyone. That's the balances on them. Never let anyone know how much money you have, how much liquid cash you have, what you have, your goods, your possessions. And again, have passcodes for all the important apps on your phone. Turn off Face ID. Before I go to bed, this is something my friend Duds told me about. If you hold the side button and the action button on your phone, or the top volume button, it will come up on this page. And then if you just cancel that, the next thing you need to do is put in a code. Face ID won't work. Don't talk money to new people, build trust over time, and listen to what they have to say. So I appreciate you watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.